Tonight, we review the much anticipated Grand Theft Auto 5. We also talk about some gaming stuff. And we discuss what the best Grand Theft Auto game is. Now, for the crew that always has a 5-star wanted level, it's Video Junkies!
Hey everybody, welcome to Video Junkies, the home for the greatest news, reviews, and other wacky zaniest actions. Zaniest actions.
However you want to say it.
However I want to say it. It's James here and Zach, and we have a very special Grand Theft Auto edition kind of thing. So we're going to get started with the review of the much anticipated Grand Theft Auto 5 that I beat Jeremy for. So suck it, Jeremy.
It has been 9 long years, but we are finally back in San Andreas. GTA 5 takes place roughly 20 years after the events of Grand Theft Auto San Andreas, and boy, has San Andreas changed in those 20 years. Not only has Rockstar added more land and things to do now, but the culture of San Andreas has also changed. GTA 5 stars Michael DeSanta, a former East Coast bank robber, Trevor Phelps, an ex-Air Force pilot dishonorably discharged for being batshit crazy, and Franklin Clinton, a former gangbanger turned repo man. Each character has a very interesting backstory that is revealed through the amazing story. The story is about Michael doing one last heist. After he completes it, Trevor gets word that his best friend Michael is back in the game, and they hope that they will rob the biggest gold reserve in the world, the Union Depository. The story is based heavily on heists, which are a blast to do. There are multiple ways to take on the heist, which adds some replay value. You can also hire multiple people to help in the heist. Each will level up the more they are used. Some parts of the game can be pretty difficult. In the older games, if you died during a mission, you had to go back to initiate the mission and start from the beginning. In GTA 4, you got a text message asking if you wanted to go straight back to the beginning of the mission. In GTA 5, when you die, you can start right back at a checkpoint, which is really nice. If you still can't beat a part, you get the option to skip it and go on to the next checkpoint. When not in missions, you have plenty of things to do. You can do many different races, or maybe take in a show at the movie theater, or you can just sit at home and watch TV. GTA 4 added the option to hang out with friends and go get drunk or play darts or whatever, which was pretty cool. There was one huge problem though. It seemed like Roman would call you all the time wondering if you wanted to go bowling, which got really old really fast. In this, you are the one that calls people to see if they want to hang out. Another big thing they added to help alleviate any boredom you might have outside of missions is the addition of sports. You can go play around a golf at Los Santos Country Club. If golf is too boring for you, you can always go play tennis at one of the many courts in Los Santos. Rockstar really worked hard on these mini-games. Heck, they could just expand both and release them as standalone sports games and they would still be pretty good. You can switch between the 3 protagonists at any time. While you're playing as one of the characters, the other 2 are out doing their own thing. This helps make the characters seem alive. Each character has their very own stats which can be upgraded just like in San Andreas. One of the biggest problems of all the other games was that the world didn't feel alive. By this I mean there are plenty of people in the world, but they just seem like NPCs. In this, the random civilians feel like they're actual people, getting in and out of cars, going in and out of stores, getting chased by the cops. And by the addition of wild animals, it makes the world feel that much more real. One of the major improvements over its predecessors is the driving. Rockstar really wanted to make this feel more like a driving simulator. There are tons of cars that you can try out the new driving physics. These cars range from pickup trucks to SUVs to 4-door sedans to nice supercars. There's even a Prius ripoff in this game. With the addition of reamped driving physics, the police AI also have got a nice upgrade. No longer will the police just hit you with their police cruisers willy-nilly. Now, they're more smarter than that. They will use pit maneuvers and also try to box you in. Along with bringing back character stats, a lot has come back from GTA San Andreas. Bicycles are back with a new physics engine attached, planes are also back with a shiny new physics engine, When you're flying, you can actually feel the wind take your plane a bit. Another thing they brought back is character customization. Each one of the 3 characters has different haircuts and clothes they can get. Rockstar took a page out of the Saints Row series by adding car customizations. You can change just about everything from the paint to the type of brakes your car has and everything in between. They even took a page out of the Call of Duty franchise by adding weapon customization. Every weapon, other than melee weapons, can be upgraded. There are some rough patches in this game. The driving and flying can take a lot of time to get used to, especially if you're not used to driving or flying sims. The police have great AI, which means it can be really hard to shake them. During the story missions where you play as Franklin, the N-word is used a lot. I know you're supposed to live in the ghetto, but still, it just seems like too much. The worst part about this game is that there are only 6 heists to do. With a game that's heavily focused on heists, you would think more heists would be available either in the story or have the ability to do your own heist outside of the main story. After all that, GTA 5 is still a plethora of fun. The game is pretty much perfect aside from a few mishaps. The characters are interesting, the world's very atmospheric, and the story missions are very fun. On top of all that, when GTA Online drops October 1st, the game will pretty much have an unlimited amount of replay value. This is probably the only game that will actually give The Last of Us a run for its money for Game of the Year.
Well, GTA 5, the game I get to play every day because of how awesome it is and how much I super bought it at midnight and saw people playing Call of Duty outside of their van. Outside the back of their SUV, they had a generator with their Xbox and TV hooked up to it, and they were playing 4-player Call of Duty.
No.
It was the hypest. It was so cool. They're also blaring.
Just why Call of Duty?
They're also blaring death metal.
Okay.
It was either Call of Duty or Battlefield. I think it was Call of Duty because you can do 4 players.
Yeah. See.
They also had their Taco Bell 12-buck box or whatever.
Taco 12-pack.
Yeah, Taco 12-pack.
Dude. just four people, 2 just like 1 on there, 3 on their Vita playing Spelunky.
Oh, that'd be hype.
Yeah, dude, LAN party right outside there.
Yeah.
It's like, oh hey, what you doing? Waiting for GTA 5? What you playing? Spelunky.
Oh man, we need to do that. I wonder when the next game that's going to come out at midnight is, so we can all reserve it at GameStop and then go there at midnight, and then just play Spelunky.
Because why not?
Why not?
Anyway, back to Grand Theft Auto.
Grand Theft Auto, did you even play it? I know you saw me. I knew you watched me play it. Did you get a chance to play any of it? No. Okay, on an
by how in my corner.
Yeah, because you live so far away that you can't.
Oh yeah, totally.
Yeah. So you can never play
2 cities over.
Yeah.
Up the road.
You live halfway across the state like here. Okay, here's the funny story here. He's in college, and I told him when I got GTA 5, I was texting him the whole time. It's super cold. It's like 47 degrees outside at midnight. I don't have a jacket. I'm wearing shorts and t-shirt. I'm just freezing my ass off. Just ugh. And I'm texting him. He's like, yeah, it must be like, it's really cold out. It's like 50 something. Like, hell no, it's not 50 something. It's 40 something degrees outside. So I get back to the house and I start playing it, and I'm texting him how awesome it is already. And then the next day, I'm playing GTA 5, and then all of a sudden he just walks in. He just walks into my house. I'm like, what are you doing here? He said, oh, I had class, and then I had to go to a doctor's appointment, and I figured this is quicker. It's quicker to come here. It's quicker to come here than to go all the way home just to go back to college classes. So I might as well come over and play GTA 5. I'm like, no, that's a lie. You just wanted to come over and play GTA 5.
It is about ease of access.
Yeah.
No, you're lying.
Yeah, no, you're lying. And then he bought it, and now GTA Online's coming out. Probably by the time this is uploaded.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna be a happy camper.
Yeah.
So, by just what you saw,
Oh
what
my
would
God.
you give it out of 5?
Oh my god, easily 5.
I think we should up the scale for good games to 10, with 5 being excellent, and then everything above that being even more awesome. Because I would have to give GTA 5 like a 20 out of 5 because of how awesome it is.
Yeah.
But, you know, like I said, there's some little bitty flaws in there, just little tiny flaws just slapped on in there because it can't be that perfect.
Yeah.
That's not fair. It's not fair to other companies if it's that perfect.
It's not fair, but it sure makes one good game.
Oh yeah, there is actually a petition going on because it's not coming out for the PC, or there's no plans for it to come out on the PC. There's an online petition going on where it has over, I think, 500,000 people say that put their name on it for Rockstar to port it to the PC.
I would get that.
Oh yeah,
Because I know, me not getting paid enough anything for like any games
Yeah.
anymore.
yeah,
But and PS3 is gonna be outdated soon enough anyway.
Mhm.
So it's like why even buy that when I'm also hopefully gonna be getting a laptop soon.
Yeah,
so
yeah,
it's like
better.
so it's like, might as well get for that rather than my 360 because it's
yeah.
not as good.
Also,
On the 360.
on the PC, there's also that huge modding community. San Andreas had tons of mods. There's even a San Andreas Online that people made. They made it an MMO kind of thing, which was really cool.
You don't need to mod that for Grand Theft Auto now.
No. But, I think it would be pretty cool to see them. And one of the guys said, it's like, there's a huge modding community for Grand Theft Auto, but the problem with that is you're not supposed to be allowed to mod game. It's kind of against the copyright to mod games. Unless it's anything made by Valve, which they're like, just do what you want.
Or unless, it's Minecraft.
Yeah, Minecraft. But I mean, technically,
Because obviously they don't care.
no, they don't care.
'Cause
I mean,
it's
the
like-
companies don't care as long as they're not getting paid. They don't care.
Yeah.
As long as you still have to buy the game and the stuff that you're modding isn't paid for, they don't care.
Yeah, I mean, even like the people at like Mojang or whatever, Minecraft.
Mojang.
Yeah. Mojang. I thought it was Mojang. I've heard it pronounced several
Yeah, I've heard
ways.
it on several ways.
But yeah, I know they probably just don't care.
Yeah.
Because that's originally what people did to it anyway.
Yeah. So
Because of all the stuff that wasn't in it.
Mhm.
Now all the stuff that's in it's kind of hard.
Yeah. So yeah, GTA 5 is definitely a fun game.
Oh my.
Check it out sometime. It's definitely worth the $60
Great.
or $150 if you're like me, who had to buy the super awesome edition
Oh yeah, with that
With-
pretty
with the-
hype map.
with the super hype blueprint map, and the lock thing, and
Oh,
the
yeah.
hat. Oh, and the blimp, and 25% off everything in all the stores, and free cab fare in game, and Nico Bellic for online. Nico Bellic,
Hey.
Soviet Russia.
It's your cousin Roman.
Nico,
go bowling?
Nico, it's your cousin Roman. Would you like to go bowling?
Not now, Nico. I'm dealing with
Not
Russian
now,
cousin.
cousin. Some other time then.
My God, that was the worst when you call you in the middle of missions.
Oh yeah, it was horrible.
Oh my God.
I'm glad that they got rid of that in 5.
Oh yeah.
I'm glad that you have to call. But
Oh yeah. Most recent Grand Theft Auto I bought 4.
4. I mean, it's still pretty good.
Oh yeah.
It's no 5, but still pretty good.
Dude, it's very hard for me to play that because of 5. Just from
It's
watching
just
it, it's hard to
it's
play
just
4.
like
It's hard to
I
play
wanna-
4
I wanna-
from watching 5.
how can I switch characters? That was the one thing that really made me uncertain of how good Grand Theft Auto 5 was with the 3 protagonists in the game. GTA has always been one character story, going through his story. But with 3 characters, I thought it was going to be, it was going to get a lot more confusing. But they somehow pulled the they
Black magic.
They paid off some video game gods or something to make this work really well. And it's fantastic.
Oh yeah.
I do say the heists, there aren't enough heists in the game. With a game that's focused, there's only 6 heists in the game. Which,
Not one I've seen.
no, you haven't. They're
Which is surprising.
Yeah, they're honestly they're one of the most fun things I've done in video games, is the heist. Because you have to get it all set up and everything, you have you have like 2 different ways of going in, you can either go, usually it's either going stealthy or, just shoot up the place.
Or bust through the front door.
Yeah. And then you have to get your crew, and pick out the crew, who level up with their stats level up with each time you use them.
Mm-hmm.
And then you have to get everything ready for the heist. And then you go, and it's just nothing more satisfying than seeing your baby that you planned out and everything just come into fruition. And then with GTA Online coming out, where you and a bunch of other people can just randomly do heists for no real reason, that's going to be even cooler.
Oh yeah, and people on there, they're going to form gang communities.
Oh yeah.
On Grand Theft Auto.
Because it's Grand Theft Auto. It's Grand Theft Auto.
What would Grand Theft Auto be without some drugs or gangs?
Exactly. I mean, you can't get drugs. There's plenty of drugs in 5.
Oh yeah. And there's plenty of gangs.
Not as much as San Andreas, though. It's very more Hollywood-esque.
Yeah.
San Andreas is a lot more Hollywood, or at least Los Santos is a lot more Hollywood-esque than, Compton. Or Oakland. Is Compton in New York? I don't know. Like Oakland. It seemed like it was more of like an Oakland, California kind of thing in San Andreas with pretty much gangs all over the place.
Yeah.
Then they really cleaned it up in 5, and those 20 years really made it nice. And it's really cool going back to Grove Street in 5. It looks totally different, but you can just see, oh, that's where CJ's house was. Enough Grand Theft Auto for now. Let us get on to the newsy news. News
for news.
News of the news. Oh yeah, okay. I see what you did there. Kind of like the switchboard.
Yeah.
Criterion Games, they made all the Burnouts. They started doing a lot more of the Need for Speed games. Really cool developers. They are now down to 16 people on their staff. Yeah, that's
Unless those people are talented, like super talented, or they can do a lot at once.
It's not going to be good. No. I mean, they're going to really have to put in a lot of work hours. But at least, hey, it's EA, so they're going to get paid, unlike Rockstar. For overtime. Sony we talked about, well, you weren't here, but we talked about the PlayStation, the Vita TV last time.
Yep.
There are currently no plans to bring it to North America or Europe. So it's only going to stay in the Asian countries of Korea, China, and Japan.
I thought it was not coming to US only.
No, it's not coming to. As of right now. Again, it could always change
because I definitely know when I looked into it, it was still set for Europe, but just not North America.
Yeah, they said that last week, I think it was, or this week.
So now they scrapped Europe.
Yeah. But I mean, at the Tokyo Game Show, which happened a few weeks back, they showed off the PlayStation, the Vita TV, and a lot of the European and North American groups that were there, they showed a lot of interest in it, and they were really excited for it. So maybe with that, Sony will kind of, it's a great way to, come on, who doesn't want to make more money?
Yeah.
So Sony...
Especially game day.
Yeah. So Sony's just like, oh, hey, we should just do that. That's what they should do. I mean, it's not like they're going to make too much of a loss.
Oh, yeah.
It's cheaper than a Vita. And they can play all the Vita games and everything. Just a thought, Sony. Just a thought. Gran Turismo 6 coming out soon. I think in November. Which is pretty cool. It looks amazing. It looks better. than most of the titles on the Xbox One,
Forza.
PS4. But they said, Polygamy Studios, the people that make it, said that, and I'd probably butcher that name too.
Yeah.
But
Polygamy.
yeah, but they said that we could expect Gran Turismo 7 in about a year or two. Because, I mean, I can't imagine, with the engine of it being as good as it is, I can imagine it will port super easy to the PS4, not having to change much about it. I mean, these guys are really overclocking the PS3, bringing out extracting every little technological juice from the PS3 to make it as beautiful and expansive and everything about it as it is now.
They're milking it as much as they can.
Mm-hmm. If the PS3 was a cow, it would be bone dry by the time Gran Turismo 6 got done.
And dead.
And dead. Big game that's coming out is Battlefield 4. That's going to be released on pretty much everything under the sun. The open beta is going to be starting October 4th. I mean, you do have to sign up, but hey, you get to play a new game first before anyone else, which is pretty cool. I've been a part of many betas, and let me tell you, there's no better way of getting actual interaction with the game companies than partaking in a beta, and it's just a blast to do.
Oh yeah. I actually didn't know Battlefield 4 was coming out.
It's coming about at the same time as Call of Duty Ghost.
I completely forgot about that too.
I know.
Shooting.
I've just been too busy with Grand Theft Auto to think about any other games.
Number 5.
Number 5, me. Tree. The Mighty Number 9 is a game by the creator of Mega Man. His name is escaping me right now. But he had to start a Kickstarter campaign for it. And he wanted about $300,000 for it. That's not bad. I mean, Tim Schafer with his new game, he wanted $500,000. He got $3.3 million. $3.3 million.
That's a lot.
That is a lot. So, I mean, he's definitely got, the creator of Mighty Number 9 has gotten a lot of hype over, a lot of money for their product too. Do you know anything about the Mighty Number 9?
No.
It is a game by the creator of Mega Man and a bunch of other developers from the older Mega Mans. It said you pretty much look at it, it's Mega Man. It's side-scrolling, shooter, it's just like Mega Man. And it's said to take the best of the 8-bit and 16-bit era and put it into one extremely difficult game. So, I mean, a lot of people are hyped for this.
An extremely difficult game that's somewhat 8-bit, somewhat 16-bit?
No, it's all one style. But it's taking all the best elements of both the 16 and 8-bit era.
I was about to say, a game that's incredibly difficult like that, the comes to mind for me is, I want to be the guy.
Yeah.
That thing was the worst.
Oh, that was fun. But originally he said it was only going to come out for the PC. And unless he got more backing, then he would release it on, the Mac, Linux for some reason. And then the home console release.
Your reason to get Linux.
Yeah. Reason to get on Linux. They announced that Mighty Number 9 will come out for the Xbox 360, PS3, Wii U, Xbox One, PS4, and PC. So really anything under the sun.
That's a lot of systems.
That is a lot of systems. So, I mean, I'm not a big Mega Man fan. It's too hard for me. I rage quit so much. I spent many hours just screaming at my screen. Just why?
I've beat the ones that were originally on the NES. I've beaten X's 1 through 3. I cannot even begin to try and beat X4 or Mega Man 7.
Have you played 9 or 10?
Huh?
Have you played 9 or 10?
When it went back to 8-bit? No.
Yeah. No? I used to have them. They're hard. they're really hard. Well, 9 is.
Dude, I just kind of...
They're fun though.
Yeah, see, I haven't tried anything Well, I tried Mega Man 8 recently, but
Yeah.
that's it.
I've
I've pretty much accepted the fact that I can only beat the ones... That I can only beat X 1, 2, and 3, and then the original Mega Man.
Yeah, I mean, they're free for PlayStation Plus 1 month, so I downloaded them and I deleted them since. Because I need to run.
Because you can't play them.
No, I can't play them.
Like Super Street Fighter 4.
Like Super Street
Arcade
Fighter.
Edition.
Yes, arcade. I need the arcade stick.
Fight stick.
Yeah. They're great.
Yep.
Dark Souls 2 beta coming out soon, October 12th. You can die multiple times. And then Dark Souls 2 is coming out March 11th of the lovely year of 2014. The mystical world of 2014. It just seems like it's a decade away, but in reality, it's only a few months away.
Yeah. Dark Souls 2, I heard about that.
4 months, I think, away. Yeah, right about there.
Man.
Yeah, I'm sure it's fine. GTA 5, if you haven't heard about GTA 5 and how much revenue it has made, you've been living under a rock for so long. In the first 24 hours alone, it made $800 million. And then within the first 3 days, the first 72 hours, it made $1 billion. That is the fastest form of entertainment ever in the history of forever. It took Black Ops 2, who used to have the record for the fastest sales to $1 billion, 15 days to reach $1 billion in sales.
Grand Theft Auto 5, they in one...
Did it in
fifth of the time.
Math.
Yep. Hey, get it.
Education.
Grand Theft Auto 5, 1/5.
Yeah.
Yep.
Which is pretty awesome.
Oh, yeah.
That's me. Nintendo! They continue to stump me, and they are a mystical beast. It's kind of like Bigfoot. You know about it, it's just... It's very strange.
Or the Deer Man.
Or the Deer Man. I don't know if you know this, but the 3DS XL versions of the X and Y Special Edition 3DS XLs came out.
Yep.
Which are pretty cool looking. I want one. I actually want one. Which is weird. But enough about X and Y. The Wii U is getting a new game. An eShop game called Wii Sports HD. It's all Wii Sports. It's Wii Sports, the one that you got on the Wii for the Wii. The games that are coming out, it's coming out November 7th. It's going to be an eShop download. Tennis and bowling, the two most popular sports, are going to be available at launch, and then they're just going to keep...
Tennis? Really?
Yeah. Tennis and bowling were the two most popular sports.
I would have figured boxing and bowling. Nobody I know besides me has ever actually enjoyed the tennis on.
I enjoyed the tennis. I remember
Yeah,
playing bowling so much.
Yeah, but then again, like whenever I was ever down here, it was like never on.
Yeah.
It was just sitting there collecting dust.
Exactly. Coming for the eShop, November 7th, like I said, bowling, tennis, and then the other ones are going to be released later on. It's going to cost $9.99 per game. So, you add up all the games, that's about $50. Or $60. Or for $1.99, you can rent all of the games for 24 hours. Now, question arises here. I could spend $10 per game, so about $50, $60 in total, on this new HD version of Wii Sports. Or I could just go to a local game store, pick up a copy of Wii Sports for the Wii for $5, and have the exact same experience. Because as of right now, that's how it is.
Basically.
It's so stupid.
Oh, it's kind of like on 3DS when the Mii Plus updated, they added new games and everything. It's like $5 per game.
Yeah, well, have the games been released before? Were the games released on the DS?
No, but it's still not worth it.
No. This is definitely not worth it. This is the biggest. They're trying to claw.
Yeah, because like, Because it's like, if you knew someone who had 3DS, did they really actually go into their Meat Plaza? Did they really actually play Find Me? No.
Exactly. No.
Nobody
No
played
way.
it. They wanted to beat the first one. By the time they beat the first one, the second one came out, and everyone was like, ah, not this again.
Although one company does have hope, does see a lot of high expectations and a lot of hope for the Wii U, and that is Ubisoft, the creators of the Prince of Persia series, the all the Tom Clancy games, Rayman, and all that stuff. They say that they're super excited about the Wii U, which they're pretty much the only third-party developer that has openly said that.
That's what they mean.
Yeah, that's what Nintendo has always needed. They've always needed third party. Their first party games have always been fantastic. I cannot think of a Legend of Zelda game on a Nintendo console that wasn't good, or a Mario game on it. Yeah, or a Mario.
It wasn't good.
I like Phantom Hourglass.
It didn't feel right to me.
But was it bad?
Not as bad as Spirit Tracks.
I never played Spirit Tracks.
Good.
But what I'm really saying is,
Mario Galaxy was amazing.
Mario Galaxy 1 and 2 were fantastic games.
Never played the second one.
Never played the second one?
I was going to buy the first one off of you,
But I sold it.
Before,
Yeah. But like you look over here and you look at the Super Smash Bros. Brawl character list, you try to pick out one that was not a fantastic game. Ice Climbers.
Rob.
Was he in Brawl? No, he was in Melee. No,
He was in Brawl.
Yeah, he was in Brawl. Okay, Rob and Ice Climbers.
You said that wasn't fantastic.
That wasn't in a fantastic game. Rob and Ice Climbers. That's really about it.
Because Ice Climbers, it was a one thing and die.
Yeah.
Almost how Kid Icarus was.
Almost. But then it came back on the 3DS.
With controls that people really didn't care for, but good game nonetheless.
I was surprised by the graphics, because that was the first.
They were great, dude.
The first time I saw, because it was set to be a launch title for the 3DS. Was it a launch title for the 3DS?
No.
No, but it was one of the first games they showed off for the 3DS when it was coming out, and I was just blown away by how good the graphics are for such a small console, for a handheld. I've never seen, you come from the DS, which has all the blockiness, and then also, the PSP, which had PS1 graphics.
I'd rather not talk about the DS's 3D attempts. That was... Nobody wants to.
But then you go straight to what looks like a GameCube game in your hand. And it was fantastic.
Better than a GameCube game.
Yeah.
Way
It would look better. I mean, when you really think about the graphics, it's kind of on par with the GameCube. Like, if you could compare, how the 3DS was kind of more Super Nintendo or early Nintendo 64 graphics. PSP was PlayStation 1. Maybe very early PS2. This I would have to say is about GameCube level.
Well, the graphics for both the Super Smash Bros. Games are exactly the same.
Mm-hmm.
I'd say it's at the Wii U level, but they're not doing anything to show it besides the new Smash Bros.
Yeah. Well, I think
it has the potential for Wii U graphics, but they don't want to show it.
I think that the new
problem.
Super Smash Bros. For the 3DS is a little bit more colorful. Looking at the screenshots, I think it looks a little bit more colorful, while the other one looks more. The Wii U one looks kind of more darker, grittier, realistic-y kind of thing. But that's just me.
And that's also partially because the outlines
Yeah.
are an option. They're optional. Because it's a small screen, it's to help you it's to help you see the characters better.
Mm.
But I wouldn't need that.
Yeah.
Some people would.
Yeah, some
Anyway, moving on.
Sega. They have been, as of late, they've kind of been, going downhill really fast. They bought the company Atlas. They're the ones that made the Trauma Center and the Persona games. Maybe they'll make money. Who knows? Trauma Center 100.
There were so many. There's so many. But none of them were ever announced.
No, they just kind of.
Besides, 1 and 2 for DS were announced.
And then the one for the Wii was also hyped.
It was?
Yeah.
I never heard a thing about it.
Really? I remember it getting
Wait,
a little
which
hype.
one for the Wii?
The first one. The very first one. I remember seeing...
Which one came out first? There was like 4.
I don't know.
Because there's the 2 with the all-new cast and everything,
Yeah.
and something that wasn't the weird plague stuff.
I think it was the one
There
with
was-
the new
there was
original
a-
cast.
There's a 3rd one with the original cast, and then there's a remake of the first one.
I think it was the remake.
The remake came out first?
Yeah, which I think they kind of hyped up.
That would be Second Opinion.
Yeah, I
think so.
I remember they hyped that up a little bit. Just a
Yeah.
little bit, not a whole lot.
Because it was a remake of the first.
Yeah.
Honestly, I think they could do that for a 3DS.
I can see they could do that for the Wii U. It would be perfect. Because it's like playing on the DS, but...
eShop download on both eShops.
Yeah.
Or that, or just integrate the eShops and have it, and just have it register as 3DS or Wii U user, which would make everything so
So
much
much
easier.
Yeah.
You know, just
Well,
throwing
that's
that
what
out.
Sony does. With the Vita.
Exactly. It registers that you're on Vita, so it mainly
Or-
shows you Vita.
Or... with... have it so you buy both the 3DS and the Wii U version.
On the eShop.
On the eShop.
In grade 1 eShop, and you can play it on both.
Yeah, you can play it on both. There you go. That's what
Both
Sony
or
does.
either or.
That's pretty much what Sony does. Major League Gaming news, yay! They've always been they've always been trying to become on the same level as the NFL or NBA or something. They have brought on someone on their board of directors. They brought on the Houston Rockets, the basketball organization, their GM, onto the Major League Gaming committee.
Really?
Their board of directors. So maybe, with someone who is from a very popular actual organization, from an actual sport team organization, they might be able to bring MLG to the next level where it is televised on, different channels, like ESPN or that kind of stuff.
So you're saying we could see Korean nationals for StarCraft
Or StarCraft.
on ESPN?
Yes.
Like how Magic the Gathering was on ESPN for a short time.
Yes. The championships.
Oh yeah.
One big thing that the Xbox One had over the PlayStation 4 was that you could upgrade the titles. If, say you bought Battlefield 4 on the Xbox 360, you just go to a GameStop, pay $10, trade in your Xbox 360 version, and get the Xbox One version for $10. That's pretty cool. Granted, none of your stuff carries over, but still,
Yeah.
you get to play it first. Well, Sony's doing that with their online store. You get Assassin's Creed 4, Battlefield 4, Call of Duty Ghosts, Watch Dogs are all, if you buy the PS3 versions, you get the PS4 versions for $10. I like that.
Well, of course.
Yeah. Some PlayStation 4 news. The PS4 and PlayStation Vita in 2014 will be able to stream PS3 games.
The Vita.
Yes.
I like that.
One of the big things
I
for the
like
PS4
that.
was that you can take your PS4 games onto your Vita and take them where you want. Kind of like the remote play, but with better games. And also, in the future, they're going to be getting an update where it's going to have Kinect-like features. Because it comes with the little, looks like a soundbar thing for your controller, and they're hopefully going to integrate it somehow so you can, like the Kinect.
Now I might only have to get a Vita.
Yeah, they might have to only get a Vita.
That cut costs in half.
Yes!
And I pretty much have no space for a PS3 anyway.
Yeah.
So
Now, on the other side of the spectrum, the Xbox One has some news. You'll be able to play PS4, Wii U, and PS3 games through your Xbox One. You're wondering how you're going to do this. Well, the Xbox One's going to have an HDMI input in the system, so you can be playing your Forza 5, or 6, is it 5 or 6? I don't even know. The new Forza game on the Xbox One and be like, oh,
for the people that actually play it,
yeah.
for the people that haven't tried Gran Turismo,
Yeah.
basically.
And then say you're going to be playing it and like, oh, I'm getting bored with this, as you normally would with Forza.
Yeah.
You can just use your whole Connect thing and switch out and start playing Drive Club on PS4. Or
Gran
Turismo 6.
Yeah. Gran Turismo.
Yeah. Which would be, better. That's pretty cool. I like that idea. It's kind of like what I think ColecoVision used to do. They had a add-on for their ColecoVision where you got to play Atari games. Totally unofficial, but okay. But not like that. It's official.
Yeah.
Which will also help me because I don't have that much space in the back of my TV anymore. I got a lot of stuff.
Yep.
Very sad news, coming from the Nintendo world. Hiroyoshi Yamaguchi, the president and CEO of Nintendo, died September 19th at the ripe old age of 85. He got the company after from his father back in 1949, and he really turned it around from a card company into the video game giant it is today.
Yep.
And I was surprised it was actually in our newspaper, our local newspaper. They had a little thing in the obituary section about him.
Really?
Yeah, that was really cool. And I was like,
That's weird.
yeah,
I like that.
yeah. But he was our hearts and thoughts go out to his family and everything. So I mean, he'll be greatly missed. Apple has came out with the new iPhone series, and it has sold 9 million iPhones in 3 days. On to better news. Beyond Two Souls is a game coming out by Quantum Dream, made by people who made Indigo Prophecy and Heavy Rain. It currently has a budget of $27 million. Million! That's how they can afford their great voice acting cast. Microsoft is in now a joint venture with this company, Best TV. They're the leading electronic company in China for a console in China. Microsoft and Best TV are going to make a console for China because China was just levied their 13-year video game ban. I could not imagine a 13-year video game ban.
You would die.
I would die. I would move.
You'd either die or move.
Yeah. Or move, then die.
Or die, then have your body.
Ooh. Nobody knows. But that's pretty cool. You see some Chinese people swearing at you in Chinese and Mandarin while playing Call of Duty. Dan Houser, he is the co-founder of Rockstar. He says he really wants to make a Bully 2. He really wants to make it.
I'd like that.
Take-Two has actually filed a new Bully trademark this last July. So maybe we'll be seeing a new Bully 2. And one thing that was also asked of Dan Houser is maybe Jimmy Hopkins in a new Grand Theft Auto.
A grown-up?
A grown-up. But then he said no, that's probably not going to happen because, he's just a delinquent and not like no drug dealer. Makes sense.
But honestly, if he grew older, could you see him getting into drug dealing?
I could see him getting into drug dealing and beating up hookers.
Oh my god. Age him some more and he's basically Trevor.
Pretty much. Except a little bit less psychotic.
And not Canadian.
Yeah. The one thing I really hated about Trevor was...
Oh my god.
The one thing I really hated about Trevor was he was living with his friend Dwayne's cousin, unintentional, and it was implied that he had butt sex with Dwayne's cousin. It was implied, never really said it. And then also he killed Dwayne's cousin and Dwayne's
cousin, who's that?
I forget his name.
Was he the one with the...
Dwayne's the one with the dreadlocks. And he's kind of slow. He sounds kind of slow.
Oh, him. That's Dwayne?
That's Dwayne.
Alright.
And then his cousin was completely different. And then at the end he ends up killing both Dwayne's cousin and his cousin's fiance because they won't have a three-way with him. And then he goes and buys a strip club. And he lives there. I don't really like him. But yeah, I can see him being Trevor. A little bit more a less hardened version of Trevor.
Yeah. Because at least Jimmy has some morals.
Yeah. One game that a lot of people have been waiting for is the new South Park game, South Park Stick of Truth.
I remember they started pre-orders for that
Yes.
last year.
Yes, last year. Well, it's finally coming out, damn it!
Are you serious?
Yes,
It's supposed to be
December
more
10th.
the hypest thing.
December 10th, it's finally coming out. It's almost like Duke Nukem Forever. Taking a bajillion years to come out.
Oh, let's hope it's better.
Let's hope it's better.
Otherwise, everyone's gonna be pissed.
Oh, I totally forgot about something about Grand Theft Auto. I'm getting ahead of myself. Grand Theft Auto Online, they have confirmed that there's going to be microtransactions in the game. And they're going to range between $3 to $22. That's not bad.
Hmm?
That's it.
Alright.
Steam! Steam Machine! Steam Machine. The Steam box is now called the Steam Machine, and it's going into your living room with the new Steam operating system, Steam OS. It's pretty awesome. Then they have this controller right here. Boop. I don't like it.
Oh my god.
I hate
Please
I
don't.
hate
Oh.
that controller so much.
It's disgusting.
It doesn't look fun.
It's terrible.
It doesn't look fun.
I mean, I get the trackpad for the movement, and I get it for the look,
Yeah.
but I can see that in lieu of analog sticks.
Yeah.
I can see that because
Yeah.
you have a 360 turn point with no screw up.
And
You
it's
know,
got like
unless you
the little
bash
touch.
it with a hammer.
It's got the touch screen thing in the middle and the triggers.
Yeah, no,
It's
but it's
God.
also no, but it's got triggers. It's got buttons here. It's got them all
It's
right
just
here.
all
It's got
over
some
the
on the
place.
back. It's like there's too much going
It's
on.
too much.
It's
going
it
into
has
an anxiety
too many
attack here.
buttons. Too much stuff on it, and then also instead of like giving them like different names or anything like C1,
No.
C2, or L2, R2. No, it's like X, Y, C.
Yeah.
It's like mouse, and I'm like, what the hell?
1, 2, 3, 4.
And it's like, okay, why use keyboard controls when it's not a keyboard?
Exactly.
Steam, why?
Why Gabe Newell?
Although,
But it's coming out in 2014.
alright, hopefully I'll have internet by then.
Hopefully. If
And I would get that.
Yeah.
I like that. I just the
the
controller.
controllers is garbage.
Oh my
Total
god.
garbage. It's the worst. Toon Link, as you said, is going to be in the new Super Smash Brothers and
Yep.
Peach. And yay.
Because who didn't see that coming?
Exactly.
Especially Peach.
EA Sports has been getting in, has gotten a lawsuit from former NCAA football players and also NCAA athletes because their likenesses are featured on the cover of the games, but they're not getting paid for it. Because they can't. They're collegiate athletes. Well, they're
Yeah.
adults now. They're playing in the NBA or NFL. Why can't they get paid? Well, they've sued EA Sports, and they, yeah, a lot of things have happened because of it. They have, I think it was $40 million, I think they sent, they are giving to, in total to the former collegiate athletes. Also, no NCAA football game next year. It's not going to come out next year.
Because of this, probably.
Probably. But they are going to keep making them just without the NCAA logo on it. I don't know how that's going to affect it with, are they going to be able to have, the NCAA schools involved and
Yeah.
all this jazz. Are we going to see Saskatchewan University? Probably not. I don't know. And will they also be able to use the actual, are they going to be using likenesses of the actual players? We don't know. We don't know. And they're gonna keep making the games, of course, because that's one of their biggest sellers. But we don't know. Only time will tell. And finally, for the news today,
Our last bit.
Call of Duty Ghost is going to be featured, and you can play it at the Columbus Major League Gaming Championships in November. So you get to play it while drunk on Mountain Dew
And Monster.
and Monster.
Call of Duty Ghost labeled Monster.
Yeah.
Honestly, I just picked up some yesterday because I was like, hey, I'm thirsty. I haven't had an energy drink in a while. I actually noticed it was Call of Duty after I was done drinking.
I have a Modern Warfare 2 one in the back room.
Isn't that one unopened?
Oh no, it's open. I
Oh.
drank it.
One of your rarely opened cans.
Yeah, I don't have a lot of cans that are open.
Actually, I think it's that only one.
No, I have one that has the Lake Erie Crush, the baseball team.
One of two.
One of two, yes. All the others are totally sealed and everything. All my Iron Man ones, all my Avatar ones, Avatar Coke Zero, that stuff.
That's gotta be disgusting by now.
Oh, yeah. No, I have one from the 1992 World Series in Toronto. Has Toronto Blue Jays on it. That's probably disgusting. That's
I
like
would
20
like-
years old.
I would like to drink that.
No, because
It would probably kill me.
I think it's like, I think it said read online it's like $15 maybe, which it's automatic profit.
Yeah. No, but you know, it would probably kill me anyways.
Yeah, probably. So that was the news.
Yep.
News. Quick discussion thing because it's just the two of us. We're not gonna.
Yeah.
We don't really. We need 3 people for our long
Challenge.
epic challenge. Not really challenge, but long epic saga that we're going to be doing
Yeah.
for Grand Theft Auto, which is Hush Hush. Very hush hush. Grand Theft Auto 5, easily the best Grand Theft Auto game ever to come out beforehand. Ever to come out. Before Grand Theft Auto 5, what's the best Grand Theft Auto? What is the second best Grand Theft Auto?
What was the second best?
What is the second best?
Honestly, I'd say 4.
4? I would say San Andreas because of how much they added to it and how much they innovated it. Because they added swimming, they added bicycles, they added the stats, they added food, they had a better aiming than the other ones. It was just...
Well, technically in 4 you could swim.
Yeah, but
You
they
couldn't
added
die.
that. They added that in San Andreas. That's the one that had
Yeah.
it first. In the other ones, you touched water and you would die.
Yeah.
Their whole explanation with 3 was that the main character, I think his name is like Clyde, he was allergic to water.
So it's not like one of those random things like the very first Spyro game where you jumped in water and you just drowned.
No, it's just he was allergic to water.
Alright.
So you say 4, I say San Andreas. They're both fantastic.
Oh yeah.
I don't think the story's as good in San Andreas, but I still think it's
Yeah.
fantastic.
Well, 4 you could see a lot of it coming
Yeah.
about halfway through.
Yeah. It was like so predictable.
Except for one part where they made you choose between killing Dwayne or Playboy.
Yeah.
That threw me for a turn.
The whole ending to San Andreas was just it really started to come together and then it just happened. It was early on in the game when he found out that Smoke and Ryder were bad. But it wasn't until like near the real end of the game when you found out that they killed your mom. They got your mom killed or whatever, I forget. It wasn't until like the end game, which was
It's
like
intense.
yeah, it was super intense. Well, I think that's enough intensity for one episode. Thank you guys for watching. Don't make sure to subscribe to us on YouTube, follow us on Twitter, and the Facebooks and all that jazz. Also, we're going to be doing live streaming soon. Ooh, video games.
Ooh, we are.
Yeah, we are.
We are.
I know, I kind of just surprised him with that too.
Oh.
Yes. So, get ready for that. Check us out on twitch.tv / I think it's PPLI8 Studios. Or no, it's just People I Hate Studios. Twitter's at PPLI8 Studios. And then Facebook People I Hate Studios.
Yep.
So, thank you all for watching, and you guys have a wonderful night, and keep on gaming. Good night!
See ya.